Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's day five. And do you know what I haven't done for ages? I haven't made a masterboard. And I realised that in my journal, I'm going to want pockets and tucks and envelopes and things like that. So I thought, let's make a masterboard. But it's not going to be the masterboard where we stick. It's going to be, I have done this previously, it is in my Halloween playlist, but I loved it so much that I thought because it was 2 years ago, let's see how different we are now. So it's going to be like grungy and distress inks and stamping and just stuff like that. So we're going to make a masterboard. What I'm going to be using, because it's going to be used for like pockets and things like that, don't want the paper to be that thick. So I've got some Navigator paper, ultra smooth. It's 120 grams and it's just a real nice, oh, I think I've got 2 sheets there. It's just a real nice, soft, oh, it's so smooth. It's so smooth paper. So we're going to try some with this. If this doesn't work, then we're going to try some, I have got some other Navigator paper that is a bit thicker. So we'll try it with that. But first we're going to give this a go. So I've got 1 sheet and first I'm going to get all grungy. So I might get my big glass mat out. My big one. Ta-da! We haven't had this one out for a long time. I've got a big white one, but I don't know where it is. I've lost it. So we've got our sheet of paper and our glass mat, but I also have these that I got from TK Maxx, just napkins, and I thought these would look real cool decoupaged on top, because I do love napkins for making your own background papers. It's just so cool. And I'm hoping that they're, I think if you open them up, then hopefully we've got 4. Which is just, here we have. Which is just even better. So let's cut them out. Because I've just also had an idea that if we've got time, we might give it a go. So on here, we're only going to need 1. Now, before I stick this down, because we're just, I mean, look. It's perfect. Before I stick this down, I want to grunge. So I'm going to go with frayed burlap. And we're just going to smoosh it down. And I think I'm going to spray it with this is just a bottle of coffee water. And I think it might have in it some vintage photo re-inker, because can you see the yellow tone to it? So, and then I'm just going to spray the paper. So not a lot, just, I'm not going to saturate it, just so we get some movement. I mean, look at that. Delicious. Let's do a little bit more because we need a bit down here, a bit over here. Oh, I love it. And then, because we don't want to waste it, let's get the other sheet and just lay it straight on top. Because then we're not wasting anything. Right, so I've dried it, it's gone a bit crinkly. Now I'm going to go in with some rusty hinge. Now normally when I do this, if you have been with me for a while and you know when I do my inked backgrounds, I like to stay with the neutral colours. I've never done this before with rusty hinge, but because our theme this year is basically that, with some of this. I'm gonna, oh, I thought that was the hole, spray hole, but that's the spray hole, and I just sprayed my hands. Oh dear. Right, let's wipe that off so we don't get confused again. So let's just, and I'm just gonna smoosh it round. Ah, yes, this was a good move. Oh, look at that. Dribble. Dribble. Knocking it down. Let's get some in this corner. And then let's mop up the last lot of it. Look at that. We need a bit down here. So let's just go in with one more splodge. Well, maybe more than one. Because we've got some gaps, and I don't want gaps. Let's put this one back down. We're kind of getting two for the price of one. There we go. Let's just mop up. Right, so I'm going to give this a dry, and then I'll be back. Look at that. Doesn't it look delicious? But I want some dark brown. I'm not going to do black because we're going to have the black in the stamping. But I'm going to take my scorched timber, which seems to be a bit dry. And then I'm just going to... dab in the bits that I want filling. Oh, look at that. This isn't, it's not enough. It's not enough. I'm going to take ground espresso. Ah, that's what I wanted. Let's just smoosh it. And then, yes. I've got a little patch there. A little patch there. I think that, oh, we've got that bit there. I don't want any white. I look at that one. I mean, even that one's cool. But this, yum, yum. Yeah, I want to try and cover the whole thing. So again, I'm going to dry and then I'll be back. Right, so I'm just going to flatten it out. I've got my little baby iron here, and it's so handy. I just got it off of Amazon. I'm just waiting for it to heat up. I've turned the paper over. Right, here we go. And I'm just going to flatten it out. Just like this. Because then it's going to be easier to work with. And yeah, it's just a little baby one. It's so cool. Right, let's turn that off now and put that back. And then we have, look at that. Oh, doesn't that just scream Halloween? So I'm just going to remove the tissue. You might have to give it like a little bit of a wiggle, just so it knows to lay flat. And then, are we going to put this on here? I think we are, you know. Shall we test it first? because I'm loving that background too much. If it doesn't work out, I might cry. Right, so I'm having a dilemma. It's a toss-up between the Galleria matte medium or the Mod Podge, which they're both the same. Mod Podge is obviously made for decoupage. And I can't, this has been such a while since I used this, I can't remember what it's like. I'm going to use Mod Podge. I think I'm going to use Mod Podge. What's the consistency? I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the Galleria because Mod Podge is thick and I don't want it to have that much of a presence, if that makes sense. I'm just going to remind the paper to lay flat, and then I'm going to get an old brush, paint over, and then put it down. Right, so I'm going to play with my sponge first because I don't want bristles, but I have got this for backup, and it's just a cheap old paintbrush. So I want to be quick because obviously Distress is reactive, even though it's not on this kind of paper. It's like we know from experimenting that matte photo paper makes Distress oh, I don't even care that it's ripped. Makes Distress disappear, permanent, not disappear. It's because this napkin's disappearing. Oh my goodness. So I'm just kind of, I want to be real careful because I don't want to, this is probably where the sponge is the wrong thing to use. So shall we give the brush a go? So the edge of the napkin is disappearing into the paper. So make sure you cover it all, because it also kind of seals it as well, so anything you put on top won't be affected. And the creases, there's a bit of fluff. The creases, I think they add to it. I think they look cool. That looks so cool. Right, let's let that dry. So I impatiently dried it with my heat tool because I've got two settings on my heat tool because it's like a resin heat tool. Well, it is. It's called Resiners. And it's got two settings, look, so it's got a fast and a slow, and the fast gets like really hot, you can burn paper with it, so you got to be careful. But the slow, it dried it perfectly. Can you see? I hope you can see. Can you see that it's gone like crackly? Isn't that cool? I absolutely love it. It just looks, it looks amazing. So now, now we know it works. I mean, I would cut him out and use him on a page because he just looks awesome. So can you imagine the possibilities? I've got some more napkins somewhere. I've got some fortune teller ones as well, which, oh, hold on. So like palm reader, I've got these, again from TK Maxx. I've got some like checked ones. I've got all, can you imagine just laying a full sheet down, making your own background paper? I love it. I know this, I mean, decoupage has been around for years, but that's because it's so much fun. So I'm wondering how many palm readers we've got on this. I think there's only two. Yes, there's only two. But even still, this is lush. Also, keep these bits because they make excellent texture, as we know. So I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut out. Do you know what? I'm going to go round it. I'm going to do the wet technique, where, because then it rips So I might have more chance of not having the background. I'm a little bit disappointed that bit's cut off. This bit isn't though, so we've got the full image on here. Right, so I'm just gonna go round the edge. We've run out of water. Over to my glass jar. And then this should, yeah, look at that. Just rips like a dream. Let's get this sharp corner off. And then down here too, some more water. I want this sharp corner gone. And these edges. Alright, I'm gonna have to be careful with this one because I don't want it to take any of the image. Right, let's put this bit out of the way. I can't be bothered to keep leaning over. And that's just a bit like we did with the paper the other day. So you don't have to have matte medium, because you could use watered down glue, like just PVA glue, like what we used to do at school. I hope this fits. Oh, I hope this looks good. So I'm going to work my way out just gently to get the edges stuck down. And then let's cover the rest. I mean, obviously, because this is on a coloured napkin, you're not going to see so much of the grungy background. Right, now I'm going to dry this and I'll be back. I don't know the names of these ones. They're the ones that come with the stencils. It's the one that looks like this. And I'm going to use the flower. And it's the first time I'm using it, so make sure it's got plenty of coverage. And then I'm thinking it's going to look pretty cool. Just kind of coming around here like that. Now I don't want to cover it all. I think I've already said that, because we're going to be putting some other stuff on. Oh, I love that. Saying that, I reckon I'm going to end up covering it all. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I want to use this one. And then put that half coming off. I love it. And then let's put it. So I am going over the other stamp, but I don't mind. I'm going to end up filling it, even though I didn't want to. Have we got... Yes, we have. We've got another. Look at the little casket co on there. Oh my goodness. It's too cute. Just some little fillers, and this stamp set with the big skull and the casket co on, it's got loads of little fillers in it, which is perfect. So we've got this one, not to be taken. And this could be, this could just sort of like go there, maybe even down there, maybe even there and there. And I think I might just put something else here and then leave it. Let's put the word condemned. Oh. Oh, I like that. I do want that somewhere else. And this tells me that it was just crying out for the word. All right, so now I want to get back the stamp set obscure and have this, because this is where we're just gonna, let's go behind that. Oh, I love it. I told you I was going to practically fill it all. Let's do this top corner. And this looks like I missed a bit, so let's just put a bit there as well. I love it. Oh, oh my goodness, it's so cool. Right, so let's move these out of said way. And I'll put them back in a minute. Make sure I put them back in a minute. And now we're going to put some other bits and pieces on it too. First off, we're going to do things like strips of washi. And I'm not even bothered about whether it's ripped properly or not. So just putting it in places. Because what you got to remember is when you come to cut this up, you're probably only going to get a little bit of each. Part. So You know, like you're probably just going to get that much, or you're just going to get like that much in a tag, or even that much. So, I mean, you could just keep making these and then just put them away and take them out. So just grunging it up. And do you know what? I think I'm going to put a bit down here as well, because stamping that wonky, it's annoying me. So I might put a bit. Let's just put it on the edge. So we've got that. And now let's add something else. Look at them both, aren't they just delicious? Right, so I've got a few things out of my stash. I've got a really old scrap box that I found, and it's got stuff in it from like 2-3 years ago, and I put it in a drawer and I completely forgot about it. So in this drawer I found some pieces of wax paper. I also grabbed out some of my labels, and I also found some of this. So I made this, it's got to be about 2 years ago now, I reckon, and I had some stashed. And it is just contact paper, like sticky back plastic, if you like. I buy it by the big roll off of Amazon, and then I just go over it with alcohol inks. And my favourite way to do it is put the alcohol ink on the contact paper, then cover it in isopropyl alcohol. Whew! That was a little tongue-tied. And then I just sort of like blow it around, and then you get these really gorgeous like cloudy effects. I mean, look at that, stunning. So I'm thinking of using some bits and pieces on here. Now, one of the reasons why I like using the contact paper is because it comes, let me find it. So this, look at the size of this roll. There is loads, and it comes on these big sheets like this. So it's for, like, you know, when you do your cricket or your silhouette, and you do your weeding and stuff like that. It can be used for that. But I used to cover books with it when I was younger. I used to put a poster on my book and then cover this, and it made them waterproof. I loved it. But it's the perfect size for doing like big splodges and stuff. Like you could find a bit to fit in there and stuff like that. So what I like to do is just grab it and then just come on, work with me, just kind of cut it out with the rounded corners, and then this could just go like over here. So let me show you. Because it just, oh my goodness, it just looks awesome. And I did do this 3 years ago in the video as well. I even show you in that video how to make it. So I will link it down below, because then all of a sudden you get that. Look at that. Isn't it just delicious? I just love it. And then I do also just, if you give it a little sand, it takes it back and it's not so shiny. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just delicious? So let's cut bits out. Just like random shapes. And I'm doing ones on the edge, but also I want to do like big splodgy ones too. So like, for example, I mean, you even got this little bit here, look. I mean, I know it's a funny shape, but it could just randomly just, it's another bit of texture. So I like to put look at that. And you can always, these bits, these offcut bits, so like, I mean, if you want the corners, use the corners, but I like it to have soft round corners. I just feel like it blends in better. Come on. Right, let's get the knife. I mean, it has been sitting around for a while. So, and then we could just let's go a little bit further down. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then do we want a piece coming down here? Yes, we do. Oh, look at that. It just looks so cool. Do I want like another bit here? Let's just cut a just a random splodge. Which way do we want it? Shall we put it this way? Oh, and now look at that. Doesn't it just look so cool? Do you know what? I do want another bit. I like it over the washi tape. Like that. I'm even going to keep this little bit. Look at that. Right, let's get the other one. There we go. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Right, so I want a bit coming down here, and I'm not too sure that is going to be long enough. So I'm going to use, I'm just going to cut a big chunk off here, and then I want to keep that. As much grunge on it as I can. I'm just going to turn this way. Where's my brayer? I'm just going to burnish that down. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh, isn't that just delicious? Oh, I just love it. Absolutely love it. Right, so let's do a another splodge. And put it right in the middle here. It just kind of gives you, you know, like the, when I use my golden Azo gold paint, that's what it reminds me of. That is literally what it reminds me of. It just doesn't, don't you think it just kind of brings it to life? Let's do another one. It kind of makes like the colours underneath pop. And everything, it just, want to make sure it's adhered down properly. And now I want a corner up here. And the good thing about contact paper is because it's a thin material, it's not so intrusive on your page. It then look at those. Where's the other sheet? I mean, it looks so much better on the paler background, I'm not going to lie. That is just awesome. And then we've got this. Right, so I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up, and then we're going to put some labels down. 3's enough on there. Let's put, we've got 2 for here. Could put one there, because then I reckon you're going to get half and half. And then I'm going to cut this one lengthways, coming out the side of this. So it looks like there's a label behind it. I need another label. Oh, we might put this on it. And you can do this with Tim Holtz Ephemera. I've done it with that before. I put that on wonky. Can even put on one of these. But we're not going to. I think that is enough. I do believe. Otherwise, I'm just going to get carried away again. You know I am. And then it's going to be like, Tony, you've covered it full of ephemera. What are you meant to do with it now? So, now, what are we going to do? We are going to cut this one up. And then the other one, we're going to make like some ephemera out of. So thankfully we can use this trimmer. I haven't got to get out the beast. I just pulled that tape up, so make sure that's proper bonded. So first off, I think I want this to be let's do this. Is that a bit close to the skull? I'm going to do it 5.5. Which, to be honest, is a perfect size for the journal. I mean, look at that. It's a perfect size for the journal. And then I don't know actually if... Yeah, that would be cool. You could put it at the top and then have a bit of paper down the bottom. So I think we'll leave these at this size. So we've already got 2 page mats. Got some more labels I need to cut out. And then we have this, 6.25. 6.25. So I'm going to cut at 6. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut at 5. So Tony, make up your mind. I'm going to cut at 5 3/4. And then that gives us... and then I'm going to cut at... This tape keeps getting stuck on my ruler. I want the word condemned. I'm going just over 5, as you can see, because I want to trim the top. So I just want to take a smidgen off the top. There's a pocket. Then here, we can even have this way, if we want, as a tag. So if we get our... Oh, I don't know. Because I want to keep the 31. There's a tag. So we've got a tag. And then we could also have, let's turn it around. We could have a belly band. So let's do 2 inches. And look at that. Look at that for a cool belly band. Isn't that just cool? The little label on the bottom. So we've got a belly band. And then we could have a tuck spot and a tuck spot. So out of that, we've ended up with 2 page inserts, a tuck spot, a pocket, a belly band, a tag, and another pocket. That's not bad, is it, when you think about it? So to strengthen these up, what we could do is things like, I'm just hoping this is not going to be long enough. It's not going to be long on a piece. So let's put some glue on the back of this. Just give it a little border. Doesn't need, well, it would help if it fitted. Do you know what? That's fine because I've got an idea. So now, even though it doesn't reach right to the top, I'm not bothered because that's a little bit too big. Because what you can do just gonna normally I would have just ripped it off and just been like pfft. But this time I'm not gonna, because I have got a way round it. The way round it is, so this is a little bit wider, which is perfect, and I'm just going to cut this at 1.5 inches. Get back. This is just in case you've stuck it down and you don't want to lose your work, and yeah, it's just a way around it really. So I'm just gonna ink up around here. Oh, that was a horrible sound. And then we can just kind of stick it on the top like that, and we make it look like it's a faux folio. A faux folio. So let's get some washi tape, because we didn't put any washi tape on here, did we? Put a piece across the top like that. Give it a good old sand. And then this, we just need, because we're going to have it hanging off the top, so we don't need to glue all of it. And then this bit is just going to go Just there like that. Make sure it's straight and even. And then you can turn that bit into a little cluster if you want. So we could put some of this on it. I love this wax tissue paper. I mean, look at that. I'm going to use glue stick for this. Going gently because I don't want to rip it. I think I'm going to have to make some more of this as well because it's delicious. And I know you're like, Toni, you've literally just covered up the washing tape, but you can see it, look, and you've got a texture. What these labels, I love my labels, but they're too clean. Far too clean. All right, so stick that down there. Let's just put these bits over here. We've got some lace. We could proper cover it up. Right, because it's curling, I'm just gonna manipulate it back straight. And maybe we could put a piece. Yep, let's do that. Yep, let's do that. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit more glue under here. And then we want this coming off down here. I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Not that much. Put this and then line it up. Like that. And then I'm going to take some snippets of cheesecloth and stick it over the remaining tape. So if you keep all your little bits and pieces of cheesecloth, and you get that look. Isn't that just so cool? And to be honest, because I want this to be a pocket, have I got some masking tape? I don't think I have. We could just put, oh, I don't know what to do. I've got a label. Because I don't want anything going in and out of the pocket to be, I don't want it to be restricted. See, now stuff will go in and out of there without being caught on that. And then that's like proper held on there now. So that looks really cool. And then, well, let's take, oh, I don't know. We've got all this, all the threads from my sewing machine. Yes, 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 yes. Let's get back. I know this video is a long one. And I know some of you are like really struggling with Halloween because you don't do Halloween. I totally get that. But please remember, you can convert these into your style. I like that on there. That's cool. Yeah, convert them into your style and do them how you want to do them. Like you can make them shabby chic or Victorian or modern. You can use these techniques for that. What am I looking for? I'm going like that. Tweezers. I don't know if I want to use that one. Or if I want to use that one. Or if I want to use that one. Decisions, decisions. Dollop some glue on. Sorry, I went really quiet then, didn't I? I don't know why. And I think I've got some, yeah, I thought I did. Yeah, put that there. Let's just put some little texture in the wings. Like that, and then you get that look. Can you see that? The little, it just gives it a little bit of va-va-voom. So let's glue this down. Oh, don't want to get my finger stuck. And then, nope. We have got this. I quite like it down the bottom there. Going to cover that up. I mean, we could have two. I like it in the middle there. That dark one, that would look cool in the middle. Look at that. That looks like it's got two eyes as well. Do, 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 do. Maybe, oh, look at this. I like that. Let's just slide that under there. And the colours in there go perfect with that bit of tissue paper we put on the background. And then we have, I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see it all. We have a really cool, another page insert. And then what we could do is, I want the back. There we go. So it could go on there like that. Or it could go on this side so that the bit of fabric, and then that could be a tuck pocket. And then you could put some pattern paper along here, some washi tape down the side. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. So that's one idea for that. What else have we got? So we've got this. We've got the belly band. We've got the skull. We've got another pocket. We've got a tag. Don't come off now. So these, I'm going to put this on. I mean, even if you don't want it hanging over, you can cut these bits off. You don't have to have them on it at all. Shall we do it? We've done it. Right, don't get them off. Tags in the way. There we go. And then let's just ink it. Blend it in again. Like that. Even better. Even better. And you could if you wanted to. I mean, I don't want to cover any of it. I actually like it like that. I think that is perfect. I think that is page enough, and then that can be an inside pocket. You could even put one of those in it if you wanted to. But oh, I love that. I do love that. And then, like I said, we've got the tag, which you could turn into a journaling spot if you wanted to. We've got the pocket. We could always, see, I don't want to cover any of it up because I love it all. But we could use these bits on other pieces. Right, let's just quickly mount this. Mount our belly band. And again, it doesn't fit because obviously I needed to go the other way. But again, that's fine because we can just find something down here to cover it. Look at that, see? And then we've got another pocket as well. I mean, that can be mounted. Got sticky fingers. I don't think that won't fit on there. Let's put the tag down. If you don't want to mount them, that's absolutely fine. And if you think they're too flimsy, like I said at the beginning, do it on thicker cardstock. But I wanted like a border. I've got a thing for borders at the minute. And I also like that it strengthens it up. I mean, just look at that. And let's go around this. And then look at them. So cool. And we could even put, that's the wrong way up, Tone. We could put a piece of that over this, or we could even put a piece on the back if we wanted to. We could find a piece like here, and then we could stitch around that, and that could be a pocket. I don't want to go over the casket co, because I love it. But am I bothered if it's upside down? No, not really. What I'm going to do is I've stitched around it. Look, we've got, it's very delicate, but we've got a little wax pocket, and I want to, I don't know if I don't think that's dark enough. Maybe this one. Nope. I don't want anything busy. Here we go. Just some black. And I'm going to make this the pocket. But my stitching ran out. My bottom thread ran out, so I'm going to put, because can you see where it ran out? It got all kerfuffled. So I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going over the stitching. I'm not doing, can you see that? I'm going in by like, I don't know, 3 lines on the ruler. So let's stick this down along the bottom. And then I'm not going to get my trimmer out again. And I might leave that bit on top so that we can see that it is a pocket. And then let's go along the top. Like that. And then we've got a pocket here and a pocket here, and so people know that there's a pocket there, we have some page tabs, but it's very delicate. That one there. Oh, that's going. You're going. Right, tweezers. I don't remember keep putting them back, but I must be because they're back in the jar. Unless we've got a spooky spirit that keeps moving my tweezers. Look at that, look. Perfect. What do we want? No, I don't think we do, you know. Maybe that. No, that's too much. I like that. I like that. Well, I didn't intend on building stuff with the stuff. I was going to do the masterboards and then build the stuff when the time came. I know this was a long video. I do apologise. I didn't mean to take so many steps. I just meant to do the masterboard. It kind of took on a world of its own. I'm not going to lie. But look what we've got. So I did finish decorating this. I put Trick or Treat up there and then a couple of little bits of ephemera. There's some tickets in here as well. Look, so just some light little pieces to go in the front. And then there's a space behind. And we could put... some more tickets in. I mean, we could put that behind there, and then not that one because it sticks out. So then we have a really cool little pocket piece, which I absolutely love. It's just so cool. This would look really awesome with a bit of lace down the side, like a black piece of lace. Something like that would look really cool. Then we have our faux tied side pocket here. So the palm reader made out of a napkin. We have a tag here ready to be either with a journaling spot on the back or something like that. We've got a pocket. And we can do exactly the same as what we've done on this one. Mount both of these and then just decorate them. We've got a belly band, which needs to be finished. But again, with some lace down the side of each side, that would look perfect. And then we have this. Now, this could be anything you want it to be. You could cut the skeleton out if you wanted to. You could literally do anything you want. I am debating whether to cut down here so we've got a strip as an element for some clusters, and then cutting him out. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna wait and see if there's anywhere that he fits in the journal. So, yeah, look what we've made from just 2 masterboards. And we had fun. I had fun. I really enjoyed it. So, thank you everybody for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified every time I upload a video, because this is a daily upload, 7 days a week, 31 days. Yay! Halloween every day! And yeah, don't forget to tag me in social media. All my socials are at the end of the video or in the description box. And I will see you again tomorrow. Happy crafting, everybody, and take care. Bye.